And then verse 44, I lay musing on the singularity of the scene and marveling greatly at what had been told to me by this extraordinary messenger, when in the midst of my meditation I suddenly discovered that my room was again beginning to get lighted. And in an instant, as it were, the same heavenly messenger was again by my bedside. Brothers and sisters, the angel Moroni proceeded to give him the exact same message as he had already given him. And then he says he added, the variation that he added was, he informed me of the great judgments which were coming upon the earth, with great desolations by famine, sword, pestilence, and that those grievous judgments would come on the earth in this generation. And then he ascended to heaven again. And Joseph's sitting there wondering about it. And then verse 46, he comes again, repeats over again. This time he adds the caution, saying, by the way, Joseph, Satan is going to try to tempt you. He's going to do everything he can to get you to focus not on building up the kingdom of God, but on fixing the indigent, the poor circumstances of your family, to use golden plates, whether it's to sell the plates or to think, wow, if I publish a book and it sells really well, maybe I get the We don't know all the specifics. All we're told is, Joseph, you must have no other object in view in getting the plates but to glorify God, and must not be influenced by any other motive than that of building his kingdom. Otherwise, I could not get them. You can all see how this applies to Joseph. What about you? Is it possible that God gives us opportunities by bringing things into our life, and if we're not careful, will allow the pull and the temptations of the world to shift our focus off of building the kingdom to getting gain for ourselves alone, off of what it is that we're doing? I love that invitation here at the end of that third visit. Then you'll notice in 47, once the messenger left the third time, he heard the cock crow. So this has lasted all night into about 4:30 or 5 or 5:30, depending on the rooster, what time it's normally going to be crowing. But it's lasted all night long. So then the next day he's out helping his father. When he's weak, his father tells him to go back home, and he collapses as he's falling over the fence. And then in verse 49, the angel Moroni comes and delivers the same message a fourth time. And the only addition he makes is, go tell your dad. Go tell your father what you've been told. Taylor, what's the significance of 4 times? Why wasn't 1 enough, or 2?
Repeat to remember, remember to repeat. If you want to learn anything, that's the principle. I find it beautiful and significant that Moroni said, go tell your father. I love the humility of Joseph Smith Sr., who didn't question his son, chastise him, say, why'd you stay up so late last night? You can't be out here helping farm. But he said, that is of God, and do as you are commanded. And I wonder, as a father, as a friend, as a brother, as somebody who cares about the lives of others, do I encourage other people's revelation and for them to act on truth? So I love that Moroni taught Joseph Smith on multiple occasions and impressed upon his mind. And then Joseph had somebody who trusted him and encouraged him to follow through with the lessons that he had received.
So Joseph Smith is going to go to the hill. He's going to uncover the plates and the Urim and Thummim. And he's going to have that experience with Moroni and be told, you can't have them right now, come back. And he's going to come back multiple years. The rest of that Joseph Smith history section, you can read about Joseph going and having different experiences down in Harmony, where he meets Emma, and how they end up getting married, and his experience with Martin Harris, and trying to understand the nature of what is written on those plates. And we're going to be talking about the coming forth of the Book of Mormon in a later week.